What's happening, YouTube? It's K Mega 405 live from the 405, where I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers. Now, social media. Some would think that it's a gift. Others would think it's a curse. Some would think it's both. Social media has benefits. The person with the smallest voice can have their voice loud enough to where it resonates with millions. But then the curse, is that you have plenty of people that has agendas. A lot of rhetoric, just with propaganda. Doesn't matter if it's with the news, if it's with music, movies. Gaming is not immune to this disease. You know, have you guys ever noticed when you start bringing up something that somebody doesn't want to hear, they're quick to move the goalposts. They're quick to bring up distractions or to just move the other direction. We hear a lot of that in the gaming community. Now, when I say something about the PlayStation, it's not with hate, it's with love. It's maybe tough love, but it's not because I hate PlayStation. That's this new thing that's going around. When you say something about the PlayStation brand, oh, you have to hate them. No, it's not even close. I'm a huge fan of PlayStation. I've been a fan of PlayStation since the very first one. I was a teenager working at a pizza joint, saving my money to get a PlayStation 1 instead of a Saturn. And was pleased. One of my favorite systems of all time. Had so much fun with the PlayStation 1, even though I went through a lot of them because they kept breaking, but it didn't matter because I had to keep having one. So when I say something about the PlayStation brand, it's because I know how great they used to be. Now, I'm not taking away from the PlayStation 4's capabilities, but everything about the PlayStation brand has gone down compared to what it used to be. You don't have as many great titles as it used to be. You haven't seen them. But, of course, I'm a fraud. That's the one thing. K-Mega Cornflake is a fraud. And plus, I have this hate for anything that's pro Sony. Even though I have a Sony television, Sony Blu-ray player, Sony this, bought my daughter some stuff, bought other people Sony products. Doesn't matter. I just hate everything Sony or Japanese. The distractions. That's a lot of the things that when you start telling the truth, is that people don't want to hear the truth. People prefer to be cattle. And when I say cattle, that means that they just follow the leader. And if they go off the cliff, they're going to go off with them. But no, the propaganda machine is strong. It has been strong all this generation. Just read an article today from PushSquare.com. It's a pro PlayStation site. And it was basically talking about quality over quantity. So I was thinking like maybe there was some new games that were coming out for 2017. But it was talking about, wait for it, about 2016 games. How much more quality that they were over the competition. Yeah, I know. That's funny as hell. And their reasoning was because of the Metacritic score. I've heard this before. I've heard my boy Portal Rock bring up the Metacritic score. I've heard other people bring up Metacritic score. Look at the Metacritic score. So I guess basically 100 people can dictate millions. 100 people can dictate millions of people's decisions. To actually say that No Man's Sky, which gets a whole bunch of thumbs down on Steam, people have turned that game in. It's a disaster. It is got Yoshida throwing the head of Hello Games under the bus. But that game, because it had a high Metacritic score, is great. So from what that article was basically telling me was that Street Fighter V, The Last Guardian, King of the Fighters, Ratchet and Clank was all better than Forza and Gears, Recore, Quantum Break, Killer Instinct, and whatever else that was available. I'm floored. I'm absolutely floored by that. But see, that's that propaganda machine. That's another goalpost that's been moved. I'm wondering how many more lanes are the PlayStation community going to keep changing for PlayStation? You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to ask it because, I mean, if we go back in time, it was about the whole DRM. Then it turned into the price point. You know, why would you want to pay an extra $100 for a Kinect that you don't want when you can pay $400 here? Then it turned into resolution, power. Then it turned into indies. PlayStation got all the indies. We don't hear that discussion anymore, do we? No, we don't. Then it's jumped from sales, Metacritic scores, reviews, game sales, console sales, VG charts, MPDs. Then it goes and it shifts again to power with the PlayStation Pro. And then once that goes away, it goes back to where it always should have started, and that's games. And all the while we're trying to talk about and debate over something, we've actually lost how much diverse the Xbox One lineup has been this generation. But again, it's all about JRPGs if you let them tell it. Propaganda machine is a bitch, isn't it? I'd like to hear everybody's thoughts. Everybody have a good one. Peace.